Hey guys, Tony Lizama here, leadership training for January 24th, 2018. Thank you so much for allowing me just a couple of minutes here, a few minutes here to kind of get in your headspace and share some knowledge in regards to the opportunity that we're doing. This is our weekly training, and definitely want to thank the leadership for giving me the opportunity to kind of just share with you a few things that I've come across the past few months with the organization, and hopefully one of these things help out. And if they do, great, let me know. Send me a message and let me know it helped out. If not, there'll be a training next week. And thank you very much. So let's go ahead and get it underway here. This training here is in regards to things that we can kind of do on a daily basis, also as well as the systems that are in place. But I think most importantly, it's about a big gap of when people come on board with the cryptocurrency space and everything going on and join the club that we're in right now. It's the reason that I found is because I've gotten a lot of message of people asking me, how do I do this? How do I get started? How do I say this? What are the steps that I got to take in order for me to do this and become as successful as you are? We got to kind of get past that and understand, first off, there's a big gap of the reason, that we're given the training today. And I could literally show you how and what to do in this business, but all of it would be irrelevant because there wouldn't be something that would spur you into action, something that would allow you to move and do what you have to do on a daily basis. And that right there is the reason why we're starting the training. And it's the actual, it's the why in itself. The why. Why are you here? Why did you join this club? Why are you in the cryptocurrency space, period? Really, is this something that you saw that you wanted to be a part of? Maybe you saw that it was bigger and you want to be part of something bigger. Who knows? Maybe you were, in need of some extra income and you're looking for a way to earn some extra money. Who knows why you're here? But that is something that you yourself have to define. You have to. It is tantamount to you being successful in this business and you having the staying power on a day-to-day basis with this industry, because there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. Just like any other industry out there, this is no different. The only difference with this is that this is a lot quicker because of the speed and the pace and everything that's going on right now within the cryptocurrency industry. But the one thing that you have to be clear about is your why. If you're not clear about it, the first sign of rejection, the first hiccup that happens with the blockchain or whatever it is that's going to happen, is going to throw you and your knees are going to buckle. And then you're going to stop, you're going to fade away, and you're never going to be part of the industry again. You're going to have a sour taste, you're going to badmouth it, you're going to badmouth your sponsor, whatever the deal is. Whatever your coping mechanism is for it not working out for you. This is one of the main reasons why people leave the industry and don't have the success that everybody's really able to have. It's because their why is not crystal clear. Let me show you some things that will bring about your why, and maybe you can ask yourselves these questions. And when you do, it'll be easier for you to understand why you're doing it. Maybe your why is a who. Maybe it's a particular person that you're doing this for. If that's your reason, great. Make sure that it's that personal to you. Make sure that it's something that I've heard people say that, if your why doesn't make you cry, your why is not big enough. That's cute to say. But in theory, your why not necessarily doesn't have to make you cry. And I'm going to tell you a personal story here. One of my mentors from a previous company that I was with had given a training up on stage, and I stopped him on the way down and kind of asked what the why actually meant. And when he asked me, what I just gave the training, what did you mean? I said, what is the why that's driving people to become successful? Why am I not having the success that other people are having? And he said, well, tell me your why. And I proudly kind of stuck out my chest and I said, my family is my why. That's the reason why. And he looked at me and kind of just nodded his head and goes, okay. So why are you not having the success that you want then? That seems like a pretty good why. And then I had to kind of check myself and realize, wait, my why that I was saying at the time was because it was politically correct to say that, because it was nice to say that, because it was a thing that was expected to be said at that time. The why in itself was not strong enough to drive me. It was something that I would say, almost like the big pins people used to wear of their family. They would have the kids on the front, and they would literally have labeled across my why and pictures of their kids. But it's not internal. Once you take that pin off, there goes your why. It's not inside, deep, seated where it needed to be. So my why had to change. And he said, look, I got to let you know, personally, that's a great why to have. If it drives you to become successful and do the things that you got to do on a daily basis and be able to bounce the rejection off of you that you're going to get from people that don't want to hear anything about what you have to say. But what you need to understand is that your why not necessarily has to make you cry every time. Sometimes your why has to be maybe something that makes you angry. Maybe somebody said something to you or did something to you, and that's what's driving you and causing you to do the daily duties that you need to do, that you need to perform in order to become successful. Whatever it is that's going to make you move, let that be your why. So if it's a person, if it's a who, great. Let that be. Maybe it's what. What happened to you? Maybe something happened to you that is spurring you now. Maybe you were, I don't know, jilted in a relationship. A story of a lady who was, she was married to her husband, obviously, and married, but nonetheless had asked her husband for $10 for groceries that day as he was walking out for work. And he turns around and he looks at her and he says, why am I going to give you $10 for groceries? We bought groceries already. I'll see you when I get home from work. Right then and there, that happened to that lady caused her to not only say never again, and am I going to be put in a position that I have to ask for $10 from somebody else? I'm going to become super successful so that way I won't ever have to ask for anything else in my life. Sure enough, she did. She owns one of the biggest jewelry shops down in Los Angeles. But it took that little thing in order to spur her into action. She didn't do it for her kids. Her kids are a byproduct that are living the successes of the things that she did. But that what was what happened to her. That event in her life caused her to move forward and become as successful as she wanted to. When? When is an interesting one because a lot of people are very, very tricky in telling themselves, I'll go ahead and get to it. I'm going to do it when this happens. I'm going to become successful. I'm going to take the steps I need to take today. When I get this training. When I get that training, then I'm going to go out and I'm going to do it. When I get the tools that I need in order to do this, when I get that suit that I want to wear, when I get the meeting that I want to get, when is always easy to put something else in front of and constantly create excuses for you to go out and actually do the deal and make it happen. If you're not doing that, you need to change it. Don't let it be a when. Let it be right now. People they're waiting for the lights to be green before they leave their house. There's no way that's going to happen. Get out on the road, drive, hit the red lights, enjoy the green lights. Get out there and do what you got to do, metaphorically speaking. Maybe it's a where. Maybe it's where you are right now. Maybe you're sitting on a couch, just thinking, all right, this is the reason why I got to do this. Maybe you're sitting on somebody else's couch because that's where you're staying now. Maybe you're sitting on somebody else's couch in somebody else's house and you one day want a place of your own. Maybe that's enough to stir you. Maybe you're not even in a couch. Maybe you're in a car. Maybe that's where you're staying right now. Seen it happen. Where the people were at that time was their reason why. I never want to sleep another night in my car. So I'm going to get out and do the thing that I have to do. And that drives them to success. So those are just little topics that you can ask yourself. You got to be sure to chin check yourself though. Don't lie to yourself, please. And don't lie to the people around you. Don't say, my family is my why because it's cute, because that's not going to drive you to success. So like I said, the first thing that happens that's going to cause you to buckle, it's going to cause you somebody's going to reject you. Somebody's going to say something about the cryptocurrency space, and it's going to throw you in like, oh, maybe it's not that important to me then. And then you'll fade away like the people with the big buttons. There's a difference between the how and the why. A lot of people say, how do I do this? Show me how to do it and I'll go do it. That's not really true. because I've shown people how to do the things that I've done, but they still haven't gone out and done them. Some people think that, okay, if you show me how to do this, that's what I did to become successful might not be what you're going to do to become successful. This is a decentralized industry. This right here is something that you have to take it by the reins yourself and go and make it happen. Because what worked for me might not work for you. So you have to understand, if I show you how to do something and it doesn't work, figure out how to do it. Take ownership. Be your boss. That's who you are. If you're within this club right now, you're a business owner. You're part of the team, yes, but you're the business owner of your own business. Decentralized means nobody's there. There is no CEO. There is no big building that you can call to for tech support. This is a trading club. Everybody is responsible for their own business. Everybody is playing the game with their own funds. Everybody is making the moves that they're making because that is it. Now there's guidance. Yes, there's guidance. But that's it. The guidance is just that. Because if the person that you're receiving the guidance from should leave the earth, then now where are you at? Are you just going to sit there and ball up in a corner and wither away? You have to take ownership of your business. Don't ever ask anybody else how to make your business successful. Because already you're not in the right mindset to own the business. But this is a difference between the hows and the whys. Let me show you. The person who knows how to do the thing will have a job. And by the thing, that could be whatever thing it is that you're involved with, whether it be lotions, potions, pills, cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter. But the person who knows how to do the thing, you're going to have a job. Those are the analyticals. Those are the people that need to know, okay, what is the percentage of rate of return on this? If this, all of that knowledge and all of that it does nothing. All you're doing is creating another job for you. And if you have a 9-to-5, and then you're creating another job after that 9-to-5, how people have 2 jobs. Mom always told me 2 jobs are for 2 people. Don't create more work for yourself. Figure out what you need to do to get there. But this is a difference between the how and the why. If you know how to do it, you're going to have a job. If you know why you're doing it, you're going to be the boss. Your brain is going to shift. There's going to be a mindset that is going to change to, okay, I have the knowledge, but what am I going to do with it? Versus the why. Oh, I don't like the position I'm in right now. I don't like the place I'm at. I don't like what's happening to the people that I love. I need to change this. Now, all of a sudden, the knowledge will kick into action. You can have all of the knowledge and not do anything. But once the action is poured into that recipe, amazing things are going to happen. So that's the difference between the how and the why. Don't be the how person. How do I do this? How do I do that? Figure it out. Why you do it is very, very important. That is tantamount to your success. If you don't know why you're doing it, or you don't have a strong enough why for you to go out and do it, you're gonna fold. How they shake the tree and then all the loose fruit falls, and then only the ones that have the strongest tie to that tree, that are rooted to that tree, are the ones that are gonna survive. The rest of the people are gonna wither away. Now, there's a formula for a positive attitude. A lot of the things that I'm telling you right now are indicative of having a positive attitude, especially if you have a why that's driven by anger. You don't want to stay in that space and be angry. You don't want to approach somebody with an angry thought in your mind. You want that to be the driving force behind you, but you also have to have a positive attitude when you're going about your daily duties. I didn't even know this existed until I got to training. I'm figuring just be happy. But you can't just be happy, right? It's not like the song. There's an actual way to do this, and there's an actual formula for it. First off, start your day positive. This sounds like a no-brainer, but is the most critical if you're trying to have a positive attitude for the day. Because it's hard to start off negative and then turn back into a positive attitude. It's very difficult. But if you start your day off positive, as soon as your eyes open, the first thing that should come out of your mouth is thank you. Have an attitude of gratitude. Thank you for my sight. Thank you for letting me have the breath that I'm breathing right now. Thank you for letting me have the bed that I'm in. Thank you for the blankets that are covering me and keeping me warm. Thank you for the roof that's over my head if it's raining outside and keeping me dry. Whatever it is, be thankful. And keep that going. Be thankful for every single thing that happens that morning, good or bad. Be thankful about it. Put yourself in a positive state of mind. Visualize success. Now, some people say this is cute. I've seen those posters in my office. Visualize success and I'll be successful. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actually creating a successful chain of events that happened that morning to you. Imagine if you created a list the night before. On that list was, don't hit snooze on my alarm. As soon as it goes off, I'm out of bed. I'm getting ready 10 minutes faster than I did yesterday. I'm actually going to leave my house on time today. I'm going to get to my job site, wherever that is, and I'm going to greet the first person genuinely that morning. Imagine creating a checklist of little things throughout the morning before your day gets started. I'm not talking about looking at the end of the day to finish off that project that's the deadline is due. No, I'm talking about in the morning. Create these little checklists so that way you're already in motion. That momentum has started for you to, okay, check. I got it. I was out of bed. Check. I got ready 10 minutes faster. Check. I was on time today. Check. You're going to create this pattern of being successful. It's an amazing thing. Trust me, try it. When you create that pattern of success in the morning, very little things will turn into bigger successes throughout the day. You'll be looking for the successes. The bad things that happen will just fly right by you because you're already conditioning your head to look for the success. The subconscious mind doesn't care whether it's true or false. All it's doing is receiving what it is that you're feeding. If you're feeding it positive, it's going to produce positive. Garbage in, garbage out, right? Minimize the stress. Don't sweat the small stuff, guys. There are things that you can control in the morning and things you can't. Ladies, the run in your stocking, sorry. Don't freak out about it. Change them out. Do whatever you got to do. Fellas, somebody cuts you off when you're driving in, smile. That's the only thing you can control. Control your smile. Mr. Jim Rohn says it best, right? Isn't that interesting? Hey, this guy said he was going to come on the call tonight and he didn't show up. Isn't that interesting? This person told me that they wanted to come into cryptocurrency with me, and they were super psyched about it, and they 100% want to meet, and they want to talk to me, and they said they wanted to be here, but they're not here. Isn't that interesting? Move on from it. Small things you can't control. Don't worry about them. Don't let them bog you down. Maintain self-control. This is very, very important with this formula for a positive attitude because you yourself have to control yourself. The smile. Like I said, smile. Everything is very, very powerful for you to smile. If you're smiling, people around you, it's contagious. It's very difficult for somebody to be in a bad mood and you come in smiling. And I'm not talking about a cheesy smile. I'm talking about a sincere smile. And when you do that, your output is going to create the input that you're receiving. So maintain self-control. Don't be that person that's very quick to flip the bird. Maintain self-control. Don't be that person that's very fast to yell out the curse word. Control, breathe, woosah, rub the earlobes, do what you got to do. All right, now let's change gears here really quick because that I hope is enough to get you through as far as the why, how important it is for you to understand your why has to be strong enough. Doesn't necessarily have to make you cry. It just has to move you. Whatever it is, if it's something that makes you angry, let it move you. If it's something that pulls on your heartstrings, let it move you. But it's going to change over time. Now we're going to get into the actual system. We're about 19 minutes into the training, so I want to go and talk to you a little bit about the system and how we get things working here. Now this right here, I'm going to glaze over it because there are other trainings that have been done by our leadership that are way more detailed and way, way more powerful than what I'm about to do right here. But what I need to do is make sure that there's a golden thread running through each one of these trainings. I've been given this opportunity to do it. Here we go. Got to be system driven. There's 5 absolutes within this organization. It's not 4.5. It's not 3-ish. It's 5 absolutes. 5 things that must be done in order for you to succeed. Why? Because people that have already succeeded, this is what they did. They actually laid the groundwork for us and left a trail of breadcrumbs for us to follow in order to become successful. It would be amazing if we would just follow it. but a lot of us are in the way of our own success. First off, you can relaunch or restart your team anytime you want. You can do it once a week if you want. Well, people say, why don't I do it once a day? Why don't I relaunch every day? You could relaunch every day, but you're not allowing what you're producing that day in order for it to take effect. So once a week, relaunch your business every week. Every 3 days if you want, whatever. Relaunch it. You're the boss. Remember that. Nobody here is going to tell you you can or can't do anything. Now, there are certain guidelines of things you can't say, but when it comes to your business, how you want to bring people to see the opportunity, do what you got to do. These are guidelines. These are 5 absolutes right here. So the first one is launch. Have a meet and greet. 5 of your top 5 people, bring them to a spot where you can eat and talk civilly. Not where people are screaming and yelling happy birthday and buckets of ice cream are flying back and forth past your table. I'm talking about go to a civil restaurant where you could sit down and actually speak to somebody. Now, does that mean you bring out the whiteboard and you become the cryptocurrency expert? No. The meet and greet literally is you finding out if these people have a proper fit. Your sponsor will be there. If he can be there or she can be there, great. If they can't, great. Either way, launch. Have the meet and greet. I'm doing one. This week, I'm going to have a meet and greet. Now, whether or not my sponsor can be there or not is irrelevant. It's going to happen. Why? Because I need to check this off the list that it's been done. So the meet and greet literally is just that. You're meeting the people that you might be working with. You're greeting them and letting them know, talking really lightly about cryptocurrency, but more importantly, sharing a meal. Because I would much rather share a meal with a person and know that I can't work with them and that be the end of the relationship versus me getting knee deep working with this person and then finding out that their mindset's not right when it comes to money. They're not able to handle the wealth that's about to come in. It's already too late then. But if we could have had a meal and split and left it, the relationship at that, you'd be much better off. So the meet and greet, very simple. Go pro. A pro contract within our club means you own one. Go pro means to own it. If for whatever reason you came in at a lower amount and you couldn't afford it, build that position up so that way you own it. Because it's very hard for you to tell people that this position is going to give you the most bang for your buck if you yourself don't own it. Go pro, own it. If you don't have it, get it. Figure out how you're going to do it. There's strategies that we can help you out and we can get you to afford that position. Build a blockfolio. The blockfolio is your portfolio with cryptocurrency. It's basically diversifying across the board because you don't want to put all your eggs into one basket. Your sponsor will be able to tell you exactly how to do this, and then it's up to you to pick which cryptocurrencies you want to put in there. Don't just go off your sponsor's word. Do your own due diligence. Research it on your own. Figure out what it is that you need to do to get to where you need to go. Is it all 100% guaranteed? Nothing is guaranteed. I have to be completely honest with you. Everything we're doing right now might not be guaranteed. It might go away tomorrow. You're not promised tomorrow. But all boats, I've heard all boats will rise with the tide. But you have to have a boat in the water. Nobody said you can't have multiple boats in the water. So if you're dealing with cryptocurrency, have multiple boats in the water. You don't know which one's going to go. If anybody's telling you they know exactly which one's going to hit and is going to make you wealthy, they're lying. Nobody knows. It's all speculation. But I would much rather have the speculation that I did and me be responsible for my success than to have somebody else's intuition or their knowledge or whatever it is that they go, and then me fail and they have to point a finger, go, I followed them. So build your blockfolio, manage it by yourself, and get knee deep into the market and figure out what you want to invest in. The baseball diamond system. This is a step-by-step daily routine that you need to follow. Your duties. What do I do when this happens? What do I do when this happens? What do I do? And you're rounding the bases. This training as well is online. Amazingly done by our sponsor. Amazingly done. So for me to sit here and try to do it again in a short amount of time, this training was more about the why. But I'm making sure that this golden thread is running through each and every single one of the trainings that we give. So that way, regardless of what it is you come in for, you're going to get the information. It's going to be here. The baseball diamond, make sure you find that. Ask where you can find it. Seek the information. Seek the knowledge. Don't just come here and expect everything to be laid out for you. You have to go and seek the knowledge. When you seek that knowledge and you receive it, it's going to stick a lot more than if it was just handed to you. Trust me. Be here a year from now, folks. 1 year. Give this 1 year. Don't come in the first sign of a dip or anything, you're going to leave. Why would you do that? Who plants a seed and then comes back next week looking for the plant? Or even better yet, looking for the tree with the fruit attached to it. You can't do that. You have to allow this process to take its time and do what it's going to do. This is long-term money. Now, those of you that are looking for the short-term gains, we've been there as leadership. Trust me, it's not where you want to go. There might have been a little bit of success, but there was a whole lot of failure coming. A lot of people think, oh man, he's on the training. That's amazing. He's doing the training. You didn't see what came before then, before he gave the training or she gave the training. All the heartache and all the failures that happened before then. You didn't see all that. All you're seeing is a finished, polished product. So be here a year from now. Allow yourself to go through the process. Don't complain. I tell people within my organization, if you're going to come to me with a problem, make sure you have a solution as well. Don't just come with a problem because everybody has a problem. Problems are like buttholes, right? Everybody has one. If you come to me with a solution, then we can talk, because now there's a dialogue that's going to happen to where we can get a resolution to whatever it is that's causing the issue. Okay? Take control of your business, folks. Take control of your business. Your business. Not anybody else's, yours. Stop asking for permission to be great. Stop asking for permission. You have greatness within. You were born with greatness within. All you have to do is get out of the way and let it out. Don't ask for permission. You're the boss. You're the CEO of your own company right now. Act as if. Well, when I get enough members, then I'm going to go ahead and start acting like I'm the CEO. No. Act like the CEO right now, and then the members will come. Right? Leaders find the vision and then the people. People find the leaders and then the vision. You got to figure out which one you are. Are you going to be one of the people, or are you going to be one of the leaders? It's yours for the taking. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. And I'm not talking about getting out of the way of somebody else so they can pass you up. I'm talking about lead, follow, or get out of the way of your own success. Don't tie yourself up. Don't be the bind that's causing you to become successful or have the success for whatever that means. If that means X amount of dollars for you, great. If that means X amount of members within your organization, great. Whatever the success is, lead, follow, or get out of the way. Allow those that lead to lead. If you're going to follow somebody, follow them. Don't complain. Follow. Do your due diligence, or get out of the way. Because this train of cryptocurrency is moving with or without us, folks. With or without us. Commitment. Doing the thing you said you do long after the spirit of what you said has left the room. Committed. Stay committed for 1 year. I promise you, 1 year, your life will be completely different. If you stay the course. Now, if you sit here and complain for a year, your year is going to look a lot like it did in the very beginning. But if you go to work, truly go to work and give it 100% of your effort, your year that you started with, I promise you, will be completely different than the one that ended. I promise you, you won't be able to look back on this and say, oh, no success, I couldn't do it. Aim for the moon. So if you miss, at least you still land among the stars. I mean, we can go cliche for cliche. We want you guys to succeed within this industry. Within this team, we want you to succeed. We want you to supersede us. Because if you guys are successful, we become successful. If you guys are super successful, guess what happens to us? So in order for that to happen, there has to be this synergy, this cohesion, this ability to help each other out. Now, does that mean you allow somebody to take control of your business? Never. Don't ever allow somebody to take control of your business. Take control of your own business. Look for the guidance and the leadership where it's at, but you make the moves and you be responsible for your own business. With that, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you taking the time and allowing me in. Look forward to seeing you guys on the call. Much success to everybody. Thank you.